Hello, dear students. How are you all? So, students, we are continuing with lesson 7 Glimpses of India. And in our last class, we were just reading A Baker from Goa, its first part. And we have read about the traditional baker in the author's childhood. So, we have seen that children were too much curious at the arrival of the baker. They waited him, and whenever the baker he visits the village, the children they were used to just run to meet and greet him. And the baker he was also having a variety of loaves for the people of all age groups. So let us see now. Marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the bowl, just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread. So at that time, in olden times, marriage gifts are meaningless. Uh, this is the sweet bread known as bowl, and without this, any marriage gift was meaningless or useless. It was not complete. So no marriage gift was complete without this sweet bread known as bowl, just as a party or a feast is not having any importance without bread. So breads were an important part of every feast, party, and marriage gifts. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. So the narrator is saying, author is saying that he is not having so many words to explain how much important the baker was in the village. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. So the lady of the house, it was very much important. It was must for the lady of the house to prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. Cakes and volines are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. These cakes and volines, just like cookies, they're also very important or necessary for the Christmas or other festivals. Thus, the presence of the baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. Furnace means fireplace where the baker is used to bake his breads. So, that furnace or the presence of the baker's furnace in the village was absolutely essential, absolutely important, because no festival was complete without these breads. Now, the baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress known as the kabai. Now, the bakers or bread seller of those days, in olden days, was having a peculiar special dress which was known as kabai. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. It was a single piece of cloth just like a frock which reached to the knees. In our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a shirt and trousers which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. So the narrator is saying during his childhood, the baker's dress he has seen, it was a shirt and trousers which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. So the trouser of the baker, it is shorter than full length and longer than half pants. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comments that he is dressed like a padre. So the author is saying even today, the people, those who wear half pant which reaches just below the knees, they get comments as they have been dressed like a padir. Those who wear half pants, they get the comments from others that they have been dressed like a padir. Padir, the baker or traditional baker is called padir. So the baker usually collects his bills at the end of the month. Now, the baker he was also used to collect his bills to take money at the end of the month. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some wall in pencil, and these monthly accounts, they were just recorded on some wall with pencil. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in the old days, and this baking, to bake breads, it was indeed, actually, it was a profitable or beneficial profession in the old days. The baker and his family never starved. Starve mean die of hunger or lack of food. Mean the baker and his family, they never faced any lack of food. His family, and his servants always looked happy and prosperous. So the baker, his family, and his servants, they always looked happy and prosperous. Prosperous mean rich, wealthy. Their plump physique mean that fat, pleasantly fat body, was an open testimony. Testimony mean evidence to this. So their being fat is a proof of their being rich or wealthy. Even today, any person with a jackfruit like physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. The author is saying that nowadays a person who has jackfruit like physical appearance, mean those who are having fat body, they are also compared to a baker. I hope you understood it. That's all. Thanks for today. Rest will take later.